My name is ARIEL Mack, and I'm an artist. I remember that when I was in the first grade, we got to make our own books, and I probably drew monsters and stuff like that, but it was a pleasure to do. So I've really been drawing most of my life, maybe a little bit of charcoal, oil bars, stuff like that, but I got into acrylic painting on canvas probably within the past 2 years. That's what I've been doing mainly, but my love is probably like drawing with pencils, and actually pens on balloons and styrofoam like to-go boxes. I want to be surrounded by artists that I think it's a luxury to pursue art, to pursue any craft for the sake of that craft. Everybody needs, to eat. So I don't anticipate being able to maybe make my entire income from art. I think it's naive and not very realistic, but I think to be able to use all my free time, like when I'm a journalist primarily, to make art because it brings me pleasure. I think maybe that's ideal. And then eventually, like, the more work I get, the more places I can show. I'd love to have to do other things less. But I don't ever want art to be something that I hate, But in journalism, what I do is mainly review artists, so I'm still exposed to it. There's a consistency in my work that I didn't realize that there was until people started to tell me. What I used to do a lot was profiles of like people's faces, and it was primarily men, and I didn't realize that also. But over time, I started to draw maybe like the whole body or women or from like a direct on position. But there's, I would say, themes of gender, primarily what it means to be a woman and how that's changed over time. Definitions of power or lack thereof. Do women define themselves just as a function of men? I think it's primarily that. It's awesome to be around, I guess you'd call it like emerging artists. I am fortunate enough to have friends who are artists, who that's how they make their living, and who they're actually good people. That's a luxury, turns out, especially in LA. But it's interesting to be around people who haven't been in, I guess, the creative profession for very long, myself included. Maybe to be inspired or to not feel alone in respect to how insecure you are and how you still sort of seek validation from people. Right now my portfolio is only on my Facebook, so that would be facebook.com/ArielMack, and that's ARIEL MACC. My name is ARIEL Mack, and I'm a raw artist.